kushuku isikhathi sakhona isuki indoda ihlaba ifosholweni ulela udla amafinyela sazokhala kwazwa next thanda ukulala sithanda ukhesha ufuna ukuspana mawufuna inyuka ifuna utheshi le ndlela engikhule ngakhona simo sisibi ngisokola silala ngendlala udla
Away, good people, what's good? It's your boy Molebatsi The Great, and welcome to Mavericks Lifestyle. We are on the first episode of our show, Groundbreakers, which is all about looking at people that making big moves and inspiring innovation in different industries. Vandaag siphethe the Jeep Nation, the Southside Cartel, and they're going to be telling us what they're all about, and we're going to be looking at their lifestyle and the events that are coming. And here we are, Spethamachita, who will tell us and introduce themselves, who would see what are they all about. Away, hola gents. Shapfede, hola bafetu. Southside Cartel, the Jeep Nation. I'm just going to give you the mic for you guys to just briefly introduce yourself. What are you all about? Nibuya va and guti ningaboban. Oh yeah.
Away. Firstly, thank you for your platform. We appreciate Tina. We are a group of Jeep guys that came together for a good cause. I want to party. Firstly, we are a social group which decided to give back, because now what we used to do, we used to chill, just drink and stuff, but we decided to go to in our social, let's give something back to communities, Pumaguyo or Abanye Saseguyo, you understand, because we understand the difficulties or the challenges that the communities have. So we've adopted a calendar. So we've got a four events calendar on the Jeep Nation, whereby we do charity, which is compulsory, and then because we are sub cartels also, we do charities in the communities as a small group as well. So the other guys, yes, they can elaborate on that.
Yeah, sure, bafethu. Malume Msheke. Like Vuyo Lumka, what we do, it's not about iflexi, yama truck, ama jeep. Yonke into esenzayo senzela i-community. For example, last besisevenda nakhona besambisa ama wheelchairs nani. So it's all about to empower umphakathi. Like Vuyo beka besine interview one of the radio stations, beka fakile ukuthi umuntu uzokubona undlula ngejeep athi hayi lezi ziyachoma. It's not about ukuchoma, but it's to inspire someone ukuthi yazini noma siphume edustini nawe ungayidrive ijeep akusho ukuthi kumele iphelele sentini bo. So zonke lezi zinto lezi ziya add apart from i-charity, because mangivela nami ekhasi lami ngiphusha ijeep ngikhiphe iminyango ngikhiphe ini kunentwana engibhekile lapha ithini nami ngifuna ukufana naleli Grootman yabo, and then siyageza kumnani. It's not about utshwala kuphela, siyabloma sidiscuss if wena maybe unebusiness nyana lakho oliphushayo siyalsupport, you know, nationally, because asikho only la eSouth, si nationally, and then kunezinye boMabotswana nabo Lesotho. So yeah, sihamba kanjani.
Sure, yeah. But you guys, I think just to add to what the guys have said already, as the group my Jeep, I think we're just having fun and all that, but we realize with it, it's not gonna end with us. So everybody seem uplift from so we try to inspire. Basically, we inspiring. We go to Iskele, we inspire the kids, the peoples, bafunde bakhuthale labashoda ngako sibasupport, because sifunde kanzima safika la sifika khona, but at the end of the day agcini la ukuthi unzima or whatever, ufuna ufike somewhere now. So what we're doing a good cause, whereby we just go to the school, we inspire the kids, we donate, we do whatever labashoda ngako ukuthi nabo bafike la. So sifuna ukuthi nababona uphuta omdala driver i-jeep or something, they must think ukuthi it's not ukuthi vele they were born but drive i-jeep, baqale la siqale khona nathi nabo baphushe kakhulu baze bafike la. So yeah, besingane. That's why most of the time Jeep Nation will be known of donating icathulo and all that, but asigcini lapho uniform, we make sure ukuthi i-environment abakuyo is safe and all that, because basically sifuna ukuthi bakhuthale nabo bafunde baze bafike la sifika khona mabona iJeep bazi ukuthi nathi we can get there labantu laba baqale njengathi and all that, so we support for the good cause. And yeah, I thank my guys for what
Just to add, sorry Jubes, I just want to clear as well ukuthi it's not only schools, yabo kunama NGOs esiwasupportayo, so it's not about schools, kunabantu ama-disability NGOs and all that, ama-old age, so siyasupporta, you know, so yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, nice one. Just also to add as well, as we go through these communities, maybe say Mashabville, even Diepkloof, this community, we notice as much as we see kids marvel at the train, a convoy, ne? So we thought let's dig deeper and dive into these communities that we're constantly visiting. So we saw there's a greater need to impact the community more other than inspiring njengokudlula, I understand. Hence we went to schools where we saw the need to perhaps add value in terms of us bringing that attention as Jeepers, to gather sponsors, to gather monetary the money from within the communities and the business around the communities, so that they can help such initiatives, you understand. So it's good that we do bring that attention, so that we can focus on these elements that are impacting these communities. Yeah.
No, that's dope, gents. I really love the initiative, and as nginlalele, I'm also thinking about the longevity of the movement, you know, because there's a lot of charity groups ezisizayo bazofika bashiye ini bakline bapende, you know. So how do you guys kind of sustain a certain movement with, like, for instance, you're going to be helping the school iTapsile khona la DK, is there a plan forward ukuthi we're going to keep coming back to check ukuthi senza kahle, whatever impact esichunayo is continuing? Yeah. You get what I mean?
Yes, there is a plan, because currently we're just trying to formalize the group. Even a structure is solid apart from being a social. So we are registering it as an NGO, so that, because now we are learning as we go. So we realized for us to knock at these entities, we need our paperwork to be in order. So we are formalizing the group, and then also Naseskela, we are engaging with the department, because in Skela we've identified a lot of defects and a lot of things that needs to be improved. As you can imagine, Skela is 1956. We are one. So architecture then, or design is not conducive to the toilet is very far from the main building of the school one, which is a problem. If it's 500 meters away in Ngosi, they don't even say which is fungi toilet. But by the time the toilet is halfway, they want to, so we are engaging the department as well to say, guys, this is not on, because now we are exposed. We know. Then we didn't know any better. We didn't know any better then. So now in other schools, so you can see and tell which I'm when the toilet is next door in the classroom. It doesn't have to be far. Maybe it was a design or for order, but those things can be fixed via plumbing. So we are engaging with the department. We want to put a mobile toilet just in front of the classes, because now the challenge is the structure, the way it's designing a corner. So yeah, the movement is going forward. We are learning as we go. The NGO is registered, and we are approaching sponsors. Even now, Nama sponsors on board. Minus the paperwork. So we've got a couple of guys that are assisting us. I'm not sure if we can be able to name them. Just to give heads up. So we've got Devland cash and carry situated like Devland. So they're sponsoring us with Amachuzi and everything, snacks for the kids, because now if you remember, which on the 16th is a holiday, and we requested the kids to be there for us to unveil or present whatever we are presenting to them. So the kitchen, which is Umalbisi Walapa, which I'm a product of, will be closed on the day. So we need to make sure we feed those kids that are coming to be part of the festivities or to receive us, young told. So Devland Cash and Carry is giving us items of food and juices, refreshments, and we've got Dove Funeral Parlor, which is donating a whole lot of stuff from your top to bottom, jackets, sweaters, beanies, scarves. Thank you very much for that. And we've got Jeep Sentin. So the dealership in Sentin is giving us a cash injection, and also they are hosting us on the morning of the 16th for a breakfast before we depart to Soweto Young Tall. And also lastly, we've got immediate sponsor Maverick Lifestyle. Thank you very much, guys, for your platform. We appreciate and we don't take it for granted. And lastly, am I forgetting any sponsor?
I think just to add in plan, like he said, NGO. So the plan as well is like about Davzi, they will be sponsoring like Amapinis Nanan. So the plan is to also speak with them every year if they can come and like contribute those things, because begenza grade 1 today uvayile sekugenomunye ubuye grade R uyangena. So if we try and speak to our sponsors ukuthi no asingayenzi just nge16 buyani futhi next year nizoyiletha le coko nale cup because vele zizolahleka izinto, you understand. So the plan is to always keep it moving. So if sikushila sithi tata siyahamba, no, we want the sponsors, especially the sponsors, to continue sponsoring, you understand. So I think yilo iplan lokuthi siphinde sibuyele emuva ukuthi sponsor siyahamba. If maybe bekune hardware ebe isponsoranga something besizothi come every 2 years nisilethele upende siyopenda, but for now asikakabi nayo, but we are gonna get sponsors. I'm sure kunama hardware no abhekile azobona ukuthi okay nathi athi sifake isandla masimende every year sifake isandla amopende izinto ezikanje.
Yeah, no. I think speaking from the terms of longevity, I think Southside is the first time we actually hosting the Jeep Nation to this, but we decided to think differently. And what we are doing, instead of just donating shoes and stuff, because only the individuals will benefit and for that time being, and then it's over. So we decided to do something that will be a permanent sort of like structure and benefit the kids and the generation that takes care of longevity. So basically what we're doing a renovation of the toilets, like he said, and then we'll also fence the jungle gym for the kids so that it's controlled. Kids cannot just go in there without supervision or all that. And also we'll just do the painting of the walls and stuff. So I think that will last for a few years, and a couple of generation of kids will benefit from that one. So basically, maybe after, because we've got the calendar that rotates every year, maybe after 5 years or something, we'll go back to the same school or I'll say charity or orphanage or whatever, and then just check if things are still okay, and then see where we can mend and all that. So yeah, we want this to actually keep going, and then it does not end with one kid, but it supports the structure on its own. And thanks, Malume Msheke.
No, basically I just wanted to add to Guti as the initiators of the innovation. It begins with us. As much as we can go around seeking sponsors, but we are the main custodians in this event. In an unfortunate event where we do not get sponsors, we have our own kitty box as the members that contribute initially to the cause, so that when we do knock with these different doors, there's something that we have as well, understand, so that they can best assist us, knowing we've also invested something within this. So yeah, I'm just saying, it begins with us. We've also assembled a team of locals around to assist us with the painting, the manual work, and also the manual work, knowing that they're not going to be paid. It's a charity event, understand. So yeah, the support has been great in terms of the mobilization around these particular initiatives, because you would imagine, I think it's one of the few innovations that has been done, initiatives that has been done at this particular school in a number of years. So beyond that, it's that excitement of us bringing the attention to this school, to this environment, and to this community. So it's as much as we are doing renovations, it's more like an event where we'd be, even the old grannies, the old timers are welcome to get the goodie bags that we will be receiving from our sponsors around.
No, thanks, gents. I really love the movement. Like, I think, yeah, I really like. Ang na Jeep, marang zoihlanganisa. Yeah, so you guys met because of the love of Jeep, and obviously you Ningamachita, your friends. What is it about the Jeep itself? And also before that, I want to know, what is the link with the Jeep company to what you guys do? Like, is Jeep involved kanjani? Do they are they involved in the movement itself? You know, or amachita niyaz pushela nina? Yeah.
Okay, Mpicha, no, Jeep is not involved. We are self-funded, siyazenzela lento 100%. But because we decided to adopt the physical structure, which requires a huge cash injection, so we approached the Jeep with Ebafetu. Skitty mangala matrak everywhere, exposure, please come on board. So they're assisting us. So initially, Masiye Tabisile Besiti Siobakaya uniform. That's what we've done in all the provinces. So we've been to Northwest, we've been to Venda last week, we've been to Botswana in January, we went to Lesotho last year, we're going to Lesotho next month again. So we've always done items of clothing, papers, food, young told. But in this case, when we went to a Tabisile to have a one-on-one, the principal and the SGP, we quickly realized man. When we had a walk up at this scale, we realized the toilet lady, aliko grand. Nothing works in that toilet. Broken windows, sink, taps, plumbing is dead. So we decided to say, "Hi guys, this is our adopt talento. We are adding it to the list of things that we were supposed to do for you guys, on top of the things that we're supposed to give." So it's the first time we approach any sponsors. Otherwise, lento lesiyenza 100%. So keep it 10 rand, keep it choco, siyakazata. If masibeka ngesikasi ke, sihlanganise lento, sithengele izinto bese siyazihambisa wherever there's a need. Uyangithola?
On that note, ngiyabonga ukuthi uyilethile riding. If whichever branch yase Jeep bafethu siyanicela man keep ama truck amasha nisigaye wona sibonise umphakathi, because we are like ambassadors mos. Nisigaye wona ama Jeep amasha nisipha ama soft top amasha, you know, because ayaguga, maybe sithole nama service plan amahala, because siyanipusha mos.
Yeah, no, thanks, gents. Jeep, if you're listening, Setamachit. Yeah, no, I like the movement, gents. And I see it's more about inspiring and bringing about change, you know, not only at Gazi, but throughout the country. And there's a lot of young people that look up to people like you know. So I just want to know from each and every single one of you, in terms of the way you were brought up, where you come from, in your journey, that you can share nomunye umuntu, so that noma lo muntu azithola bayiziseka, what words of encouragement could you give to them? But you can just share a bit about your own background and to where you are today. Sure
Mpinche. Yeah, nathi sikhulela khona la eMkhukhwini yabona. We grew up in these 4-room houses, khona la eKasi. That's why bathi charity begins at home. So siqala la sazi khona, I understand. So tomorrow we're gonna do it somewhere else. But to tell you the truth, it's been a difficult journey, and we are still growing or sisakula financially. We are not where we want to be. But ngaloko kuncane sinakho, we are able to say ntwana bamba na confidence, because now you can remember what you judge from yourself. Ukuthi mawusesgela ungena you are sitting in a toilet that doesn't have a door, or you don't have a jersey, or you don't have shoes, that thing kills you mentally. You are born psychologically. You become timid. You can't wait for after school. Because now you are inferior. You are born. So we are trying to build an equal platform for kids. Tina, she experienced it like that. So I don't want that to be experienced by the next kid. You understand? Because I'm doing best for Ingosizami, well and good, but there's other people that cannot. So that's why we are here, young son. So Tina, coming back to a community school, it's just for us to say, Bafetu, it's possible, young son. It's possible. Black child is possible. I never dreamt I'm gonna drive a Jeep. Mina ngikhule ngazi VW PM. I knew ukuthi mangiqeda iskela ngidrive ngiyobuy velocity. Uyangithola, which I bought. But as you grow and then you see, you are exposed to more, because that's all I knew, Akir. So that's all I knew, Pinch. So now that you're growing, so you can see there's a Jeep, there's a Ferrari, yeah. So you aspire to get those things. So aspiration I pay. Uyangithola. Khona manje maybe sengifuna private jet because sengiyibonile, but if bengayibonanga bengeke ngiyifune. Uyangithola. So we are exposing these trucks or these cars to these kids so that they can dream it now. They're gonna live it in the future. Uyangithola. Sure.
No, nice one. So nami my journey would be the same as you would see. So iThembisile, maybe part of the reason why we chose iThembisile as part of the drive and initiative May 16 is because sifunde kuso lesikolo, you understand? Sifunde kuso iThembisile, and then back then it was lower primary, lesigcina ku standard 2, but I'm told now sigcina ku standard 5. But you can imagine the school has not grown any bigger in terms of the infrastructure, but it's up until grade 7 now, I'm told. So yeah, so when we went there, so it was as if it was 1994, because it's the same structure and hakuna improvement. So it's almost like deja vu. So yeah, so hence the greater need, which was critically important for us to come back into this space. And I like that this is done exactly where we grow up, because this is the house we grow up. This is the circle where we used to play. So if you are here constantly, you are not exposed to anything better. So you grow up knowing this. So there's a saying about, see, you never knew what you were poor until you were rich. Understand? Because this was the setting that we grew up knowing. But if someone comes back with something, if someone comes with a Jeep cars, then we start learning and there's more to life than what we see around us. Understand? So this, as much as it's for kids, it's to inspire even the university pupils abaphuma like us. You can be from a Diepkloof, but your destination is greater and higher. It won't end la.
I wish I deja vu, pa. Yiyo le sibona la deja vu. Siboni deja vu. So yeah, to touch for the question yakho ukuthi la sibuya khona, you know, mina ngintwana ngokukhula ngikhulela eMpumalanga, and then we moved to the side, you know, mawufika ngapha akufani buya emakhaya uza ngapha akufani nje nomuntu uyakhuluma bathi le ikhuluma kanjani, uyabo nje yonke into iyahluka, and manje uya adapt, you understand? So lento le masu align ifana nempilo, you know, ukhule uva ngeenyawo, sengikhuluma inyawo barefooted, akunasicathulo, right? Then so afford isicathulo, i-all star, so yakwazi now ne-35 besibiza i-35 IS lethu before kuba negusheshe, so afford the-all star, and then manje so phethe i-Jeep, you understand? So we are mover. So in other words, ngizama ukuthi ungaba khona la eKuvukiland la uhlala khona, like mina ngibuya khona, ufike kwenye indawo ube omunye umuntu ube yenye into. So noma ngabe impilo sobona ngathi iphelile, now mina ngisathinta abantwana because kunabantu abalingana nathi uthola ukuthi yena ubona ngathi hayi why lezi zilingana nami ziva ngama Jeep mina nginaka ngisho imali yokugibela itaxi. No, ayikakapheli lapho, ungaqhubeka as long as wena ubeliever kulento oyenzayo and une plan because ngeke uthi nginephupho but awuna plan. Iphupho lakho kumele lihambisane neplan and iplan lakho kumele libe right. Hayi iplan lokungena ngevosho. Kumele kube iplan ele right ukuthi yazi I'm going to use what I have, whatever resources that you have. For an example, mina bengispana ku insurance company bengibuys insurance and then fast forward ngagcina ngine company ethengisa insurance. So I used what I had then to make what I want right now. So I am what I am because of what I had then. So you use what you have to gain what you want. So into engayisho le.
Meaning khulele eMpumalanga. La ngibuya khona basically it's a place called Ivukuzenzele eNkomazi. And you should uvukuzenzele vele yonke into ayike into exactly. So what I'm saying meaning ngifuna ukuthi kule intwana esikhula manje basesigele bakhuthale because guys we know the struggle you going through. Ningasitshela ukuthi nilahliwe and all that and thina sikhule kunzima. That time igesi bengakafiki, it was pre 1994 mawufunda for my exam ufunda ngekhandlela iphele and then akusena plan uyabona njengale at least manje kunogesi kuna 1 2 3 besihamba ngeenyawo esikoleni besifundela phansi kwesihlahla basically. So what I'm saying is lan khona nini it's an improved version yokuthi nifunde. Yes yonke into ayikahlangani but siyazama nathi let's contribute sihlanganise but nani fundani nikhule niqine nenze lokhu sikwenzayo nathi like give back to lesikole lobo ungafeel comfortable ngako ungafuni coming generation to go through the same. So what you do basically buyela back ukuthi okay bengekho happy nga this thing, can I do something better about it ukuthi kube better. That's what we're doing basically. Siqale ngecathulo ngema uniform because sometimes besihamba nama uniform adabukile and all that but you just have to ufunde and all that. So nina manje we bringing that to you and then khulani nifunde niqine and then bring even more. If kufika lesikhathi ukuthi donate ama laptop or ama what do you call these things, ama tablets or iPads and stuff, do that, but we're starting with the foundation ourselves manje ukuthi nibe grand and then nani nikhule ngcine. Drive a Jeep, drive any car you dream of, but I think the movement iqalwe Jeep, it's a good thing. We wish each and every person lo sega successful, whatever they drive, they come together, rally themselves and give back to the community like we're doing. And we want this thing to last and become a black, not only a black, but become a generational thing that we actually, once you there, you give back and make the world a better place for all. Thank you.
Just kuyifala ukugcina mpinshi ngikhohle something yabo. Abazali bethu excuse yabo bekwe apartheid. Eyethu besingena internet, eyenu yini amapiano. So abana excuse abazali apartheid thina besingena internet bona they've got it all. So abantu abaphushe kube mnandi and then cela ungakhohle umakhelwane because uthola ukuthi sometimes elokushini you understand si rich simnandi but indlala next door and asinandaba and ungamkhohle umakhelwane noma ungashiya nje i-braai pack undlule kamakhelwane. You don't have to own a Jeep to give, you know. Ungamnika umakhelwane kunencuso yasestradini sakho uyayindlula every day and uyayibona ukuthi ihlala ifake ibruku eliwa. Share something.
So i-event ezwakalayo enishayayo is going to be happening on June 16. So obviously we know June 16 is a special day, la eMzansi, especially for the youth, you know. So I just want to hear your perspective on why you chose the date, what it means to you, and, you know, just to elaborate more on that.
So we chose June 16 because not see you, and we want to commemorate the fallen heroes, and we want to emphasize to the community ukuthi bafethu lelanga leli akusilanga loku look jive, look vula ama-cooler box and camp chairs and sit and drink. This is a day ama-hotman fought for us. The late Obotsitsi Mashinini, Abo Makubu, Mbuyiswa Makubu, Abo Seth Mazibuko, the living legend. So ama-hotman fought for us to be able to have all these things now today. Remember, the medium of education was Afrikaans. That's what they fought for. But we're not going to be taught in Afrikaans, to understand. So freedom, we are taught in. You can choose language for your kids to understand. So we are trying to bring back awareness and say, let's celebrate the calendar. It's the most important day for Chinese youth. Because we are liberated, we are free to do whatever we want. We've got our own platforms, man. We don't have to wait for mainstream TV. So on the day, basically what we're doing, the plan is sizokala le esentin, bese size Diepkloof la escala, si unveil the toilets that we have renovated, the walls that we have painted, the remote gate, that everything that we have done for them. And then the plan is to move or follow the march that was done by the late kids. So starting from main point, which is Maurice Isaacson, see Hector Peterson, and then see Naledi High. So we are following that route that was done in 1976 in the protest against the Africans being taught as medium of education and taught. So that's the most important day in the calendar in South Africa, and so it's gonna be the biggest event Jeep yet, because we've always done events, and because it's also Soweto and it's central, so you're gonna have the highest number of cars, or of these cars. You're looking at 100 plus Jeeps. It's never been done. This Jeep SA Petwe Ingamna, they've never done 100. We'll be doing 100. Our guys are busy trying to register the Guinness Books of Records just to be added. So also what we want to do, Emma Grandin was Diepkloof, is to try and replicate or write June 16 Ngama tracks, and we want that to be captured by our media sponsors, Mavericks, area drone also sizoyilathela ku Ripley's Book of Record. And yeah, I'm not sure if you want to add Benji.
So yeah, njengoba shilo ilanga elibalekile South Africa, unless vela uhlala or ubuya la ubuya khona. June 16 alike linye ilanga ongalichoose ngoJune. It's the 16th because kune history baya, especially for Tina Botaki, you understand. So Tina, we are blessed ngokuthi sibelonga kama generations ayi2 ile nentsha nendala. So sibonile, even though besibancane besibona kwenzakalani, siyasazi smell setear gas, siyayazi ukuthi kuthiwa la ole lakho lithi liyangena lidonse kuthiwa haya ngini la. So siyayazi leyo lento leyo, yabo. So sikhethelelana lelo because kithi vele line signature and ngeke iphele. The signature, it's a signature day. You can't change it.
I think before you close it, just share with our viewers ukuthi banganthola your platforms on socials. Nokuthi just the event, when is it happening? What should people bring? What should people expect? Mabazwakala. Awe.
Yeah. So if people want to get hold of us, siyatholakala ku 2 platforms. So we're on Instagram. It's Jeep Southside on Instagram, and on Twitter. No, asiko ku Twitter, so TikTok, Jeep Southside as well. Yeah. So ningasithola lapho. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, silapho. Just to add as well, njengoba sishilo Vuyani, I think umentionile ukuthi ezinye izinto vele ziphume epocketini. Actually 80% of what we are doing iphume epocketini. So imali sinokuyenza na kanje. If wenza umshado lapho, siqashe social convoy. If wenza iparty, siqashe sikwenzela convoy. Umshado wakho uzoba muhle, iparty yakho uzoba yinhle. If you shoot a music video, sibize asduri yazi asduri. Nama funeral futhi usibize, phela ama funeral manje sewamnandi manje sebenza izinto ezenza, so there's this other one, funeral parlor. sebane bar emangcwabeni. There's a bar emangcwabeni. So after tears seyishaya emangcwabeni before sibuyele emakhaya. So sicela nisicashe bafowethu Instagram konje Instagram
Jeep Southside.
and then ku TikTok
Jeep Southside.
yonke into Jeep Southside siyacela bafethu nisupport sikwazi ukusupport abangakwazi ukusupport.
No, Sibonge Bafetu, thank you so much. Now myself, I'm very inspired by the movement. Definitely we're going to be at the event on the 16th. So yeah, and thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Come through 16 June, DK Zone 5, ne? Etapsile Primary School. And yeah, we're going to have a good time. We're still going to be there as Mavericks Lifestyle. And yeah, man.
Makashela isiphithiphithi nabo sisabahleka nje bagcwele ngathi bathi yabalala ekhaya nalutshwala manje sebamshayele ekhanda ukhuzazi ababambe awukhuzazi ababambe awuhlala makashela isiphithiphithi nabo sisabahleka nje bagcwele ngathi bathi yabalala ekhaya nalutshwala manje sebamshayele ekhanda ukhuzazi ababambe awukhuzazi